Here at HSN, we base our retail values on nationwide information. Retail value is an indication of the price you would expect to pay for the same or similar item elsewhere, not the price at which you would be able to sell the item. Prices do vary around the country, so ours might be different from prices in your area. For more information, call one of our customer service reps at 1-800-284-3900.
Welcome back into HSN. Look who I found. He was just hanging out behind the scenes. I said, why don't you...
wandering around the halls.
Come on out and hang out with us. My name is Sarah Anderson. This is Mike Mizak. He is our resident numismatist, which if that isn't a word that you're familiar with, it's a coin expert. And he knows anything and everything you'll ever want to know about coins. 30 years in the industry. We've got some really great items for you coming up. And Mike's going to tell you all about them, including this one.
Well, this has been one of the hottest coins we've had in the last 2 weeks. We had our Annex first day of issue complete and total sellout. We had our special Bridge Core NGC complete and total sellout. And now we have the last of what we have, which is the 2019 as first release Ultra Cameo. The others sold out at $199.95. This one as a first release at $169.95. Very limited. This is the only show today. I'm going to give you some inside information that says you absolutely must buy this.
Yeah, we love all of your tips and tricks for brand new coin collectors, but you know, this is such a fun hobby. It's fascinating. There's a lot of historical significance. If you love travel, if you love the history of our great USA, United States of America, you're gonna love this show. And we'll kick it off with our very first item. Here we go. It's the 2019 P&D US Mint uncirculated set and 2019 Lincoln Penny. So you are getting one of course, Lincoln Penny, one of the most popular collected coins in the world today.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, you know, it's a kind of a tie between that and probably the Kennedy $50. It would be the Silver Eagle if they made enough of them that had been around as long as this. We've been making a Lincoln cent in this country for 110 years. The United States government did something really cool this year. They decided for the very first time to issue a West Point minted Lincoln cent. And they did so in an interesting way. None were released into circulation. They're not available for sale from the United States Mint. They only come in essence as what they call a bonus coin. And that's what you have here. So if you look right here, you can see the West Point Mint mark is going to be right here. There'll be a little W right down there. It's the very first time in the 110-year history of the United States Mint this year that they did a W or West Point Mint on a Lincoln cent. They included it in the United States government issue mint set that you see right down here. The hard part of this is they included it by basically putting it in a little plastic bag. That does not, little tiny plastic bags don't do a lot to protect the coin from wear and tear. Like, you know, let's say this, if they would have put it in one of these, but they didn't, it just came in a little baggie. So what happens is this here, we generally try to sell these coins, highest grade in coin collecting is an SP70, okay? SP69, we're selling this one in. The reason is almost none of the coins graded 70. Mint State 70s in like NGC or PCGS are $3,000 to $5,000 a piece. We had a few of them here. We sold ours out, I think, at $5,000 for the NGC Mint State 70s. So this is basically the highest affordable grade. Now, an NGC or PCGS, which we sell here, I think we were $199 for the 69s. I have a very few of the Annex left here at $79.95. Now, this is the special coin. Now, here's the cool part. You look at this. Plus the United States mint set. So it came in the mint set that you see right here. And what a mint set is, it's an special uncirculated version of all the coins that were issued for circulation. The penny, the nickel, the dime, the quarters, the $50, and the dollar coins from both the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. They're done in a special finish that's only available in the mint set. This is how it comes sealed from the United States government. So when you get this at $79.95, we're gonna give you one of these. The sealed set of this, and that's what's inside right here. So you're gonna get the sealed set along with this cent. So what you're getting is like I said, the only time is, you know, in 2019 that the United States government has done a West Point Mint set. The highest affordable grade that you can get right here. You go one grade higher. I think we had a few 70s that we blew out because we had an incredibly special pricing. I think it was the better part of $300 just one grade up. So this becomes phenomenally collectible when you figure that this is about a $30 value from the United States government. So at the end of the day, you're really about $49.95. You're really about $49.95 for the SP 69 penny, which is absolutely a stunningly affordable price out there in the marketplace. And we have got these, of course, with this Mint State 69. I'd love to do the Mint State 70s. We don't have any. We sold them out. I'm pretty sure it was $400 for the Mint State 70 pennies when we had them. You're going to get the Mint set, the rare 1 year only, and they're only doing it for this year and this year only with the West Point minted Lincoln cents.
Would this be good for a new coin collector?
Absolutely.
Because these are so popular.
Because these are very popular. So this gives you all the circulating coins in the year, but it's in a special finish that's only available in the Mint set. And so you can keep them. So if you want to open this package, that's fine. I wouldn't open this thing. As you can see right here, United States Mint uncirculated set from the Denver Mint, has all the US Mint stuff. And so you can really see this. It gives you all the information that you have right there. There's all the coin specifications, who designed it, the obverse, the reverse, the weight, all that stuff. Here's all the quarters for this year. The actual, you know, the Philadelphia and Denver minted Lincoln cents, which is a normal thing. The Sacagawea golden dollars. This is the 50th anniversary of the Apollo moon landing with the Native American dollar in there, with Native American dollar contributions, Native Americans' contributions to the United States space program are in there. So all very collectible coins, and these coins by finish only come in the Mint set.
Yeah, it's such a great way to get started. And we also have FlexPay too, so you can not worry about paying it off in full, take those next 2 months to pay those off interest-free. And as always, you always have our 30-day return policy here at HSN. We want you to be thrilled with your purchase. And I know you have hundreds, if not thousands, of coin collectors watching every single show. So make sure that you jump in early and reserve yours on hsn.com. Best way to place your order. We are really busy tonight, but you've got to tell us the story with this next item.
Well, the United States government recently has released what they call the Liberty Gold coin. We've had the American Eagle since 1986. The American Liberty has only been around for 3 years. This is a brand new look, a brand new design, reminiscent of the Augustus St. Gaudens $10 United States gold coin that was at the turn of the 20th century. This is done in solid gold. They've done it. We have first day of issue. We have got this as a high relief pure gold coin. I've got only 54 of these, of course, 100% exclusive to us here at HSN. When you look at the obverse is amazing with that reverse proof or with that high relief on it. When we get to this coin, like I said, in about 15 minutes, when I show you the reverse, it'll just blow you away.
It's gorgeous, and that's a limited edition, so a little something to think about. Stay tuned. But we have something else that's coming up, and it's brand new. This one is your 2019 first release Ultra Cameo Silver Eagle. Not only do you have a great HSN price, we also have 4 flex pay for you to take advantage of. But this is proof 70, right?
Yeah. Well, here's what it comes down to. So if you look at this is United States American Eagle San Francisco Mint. That's a big deal. The United States government, the proof coins made by the U.S. government and released by the United States Mint have been West Point Mint since 1995. This is a secondary mint, a supplemental mint. It is only the second time that the United States government has done a supplemental or a second mint mark in a regular annual American Silver Eagle. So like I said, we had the Annex first day of issue, completely and totally sold out, 1,300 of them in one day at $199.95. We then 5 days ago, had the Bridge Core, the special Bridge Core NGC exclusive to us here at HSN. We had 1,100 of those pieces that also sold out in one day. So I'm down to my final, and that was also at $199. I'm down to my final 19 S's is what I've got here. And these are, like I said, Proof 70 Ultra Cameo first release NGCs at $160 $69.95. So we're literally $30 less than the other two that we sold out of. So here's kind of the story, and people are going, so really you sold 1,300 of those and you sold 1,000 of those.
And they were more expensive.
And they were more expensive, but here's the reasoning. And then people say, so why is that? I get it's a secondary mint. I guess, you know, I understand that doesn't happen very often. I understand it's a Proof 70 Ultra Cameo. So, I mean, that's collectible. I mean, you know, people are buying into this. This is the lowest price I've been able to do on an Ultra Cameo proof coin of any kind, Proof Silver Eagle of any kind here in quite some time. So I have a great price on this. I have the San Francisco mint, this supplemental mint. So what's the big deal? I know it's a great deal, comes with the red oak presentation box. I understand how spectacular this is, but why like 2,300 coins? And this is why. I've been doing this a long time. One of the things that we do is we track basically every coin released by the United States Mint. We track, because it's public information, we track how many of these coins are sold every single solitary week. So in other words, then we take that and we lay that over all of the other United States coins that have been released. Basically, we have, you know, sales data in essence back to 1792. So, I mean, you know, we can overlay that. And so, you know, like this, we put up against other Silver Eagles. And so we anticipate how many of these coins are going to be made and sold, because they're made to order. In other words, the government only makes as many as people buy. And so here's what we've done, is this coin came out 2 weeks ago, I guess, 10 days ago. It came out at a funny time. Right after it was released, the United States had the ANA convention in Chicago, which was huge. That gold coin that you just saw was released there. We had a reverse proof coin that was released there that we're going to have here in just a minute. One that was graded at the show, in essence, the ANA Chicago thing. We've had the Apollo coins. We've got some really great coins. We've got all the new innovation dollars. We've got all of these things that have come out. This is going to fall between the cracks. And first week sales have suggested that's exactly the case. The rarest regular issue Proof Silver Eagle that has ever been made, okay, by the United States government was actually last year's coin, okay? Last year, the 2018 Proof Eagle, S-Mint Eagle from the United States Mint last year. This coin sales are looking like it's going to be significantly less than that. So here's the big thing with this. I believe, and this is my experience talking, and understand I am absolutely, you know, I can't predict the future. I believe that this is going to be the rarest regular issue, annual issued American Silver Eagle ever made by the United States government. So they've been making a mint state American Silver Eagle since 1986. This coin will be rarer than all of them. They've been making proof American Silver Eagles since 1986, annual issues. This coin will be rarer than all of them. And the coin that is traditionally the rarest is the burnished coins that they've been making since 2006. This coin, I believe, is going to be rarer than all of those coins. So that's just, you know, that's just my 35 years, 40 years of experience talking right there, thinking that is. Now, here's the great part of that. If that comes true, this will be one of the great coin buys you've ever made. And if it doesn't, it'll still be one of the better coin buys you've ever made, because it's $30 less than I've sold this coin for in the past. It's $30 less than I traditionally sell Proof 70 Ultra Cameo, Proof American Silver Eagles, whether they be West Point or San Francisco Mint. So the fact is I'm giving you all this information, and what could absolutely positively, you know, add to the collectability of this coin pretty exponentially, but I'm not charging you a single solitary penny extra, because what I'm doing is being speculative on this coin. I'm speculating that it's going to be the rarest, and I can't charge extra for speculation. I can only charge you exactly what this coin is. If it's the most common one, this would be the price. So if it becomes the rarest Proof American Silver Eagle, which I believe it will, ever made by the United States government, annual issue American Silver Eagle made by the United States government, what a fantastic bonus that you've paid zero extra for.
And you're
still going to get the Proof Ultra Cameo. You still get first release. You still get the Red Oak presentation box. You still get my lowest price by $30. All of those things put together. And just like the NX first day of issue, just like the Bridge Core, these are exceptionally limited in quantity. As a matter of fact, this is my lowest quantity that I have available.
And I think that's why everyone loves coin collecting so much.
Yeah.
There's the fun, it's the excitement, it's the unknown. Every year brings new releases. Every year brings new surprises.
And the United States Mint, here's the thing. The United States Mint is up in its game. Okay, this year they put out some really cool stuff. We had the West Point minted pennies that we just saw right there. With the Apollo 11 stuff with curved coins. We have the innovation dollars that are coming out. We've got that new gold Liberty, and then there's a silver Liberty that's going to come out as well. There's rumors out there that lots of things are happening. And so they've really started doing some really incredible stuff. So these years of these kind of really low mintage American Silver Eagles that you see out there are quickly going to become a thing of the past. Because as the mint ups its game, of course, the interest increases exponentially. We have a brand new program coming out after the National Parks program that the United States Mint is going to do that's just truly and utterly spectacular. They're going to do their first colorized coins coming up here within the next year. There's all kinds of things. There's redesigns of coins that are going to come out.
Coin collectors are going to go crazy.
Everybody's going crazy. So what's happening is we're in a lull period, and this coin it just embodies that. It's just the epitome of that. So many other coins have been released around it, and remember, they're made to order that everybody's ignoring it. We haven't.
It's a little sleeper.
It's a little sleeper. That's a perfect description of it. This is a 100% sleeper coin. Now, the fact of the matter is oftentimes when people, have what amounts to inside information, they're going to charge extra for that. They'll bring this out and charge, I've seen this, $269, $279, $399 because, I think it's going to be so great. This is my price regardless. All of this other information based on my, 30, 40 years of experience in the business, that comes at no additional cost or charge, as usual. I mean, I don't tack anything on for that. So that's the thing. That's why this has been so phenomenally collectible, why this particular coin has been so phenomenally popular. Remember, do not confuse this with the West Point minted coin. Because many people, when they saw this come out, say, I already have proof coins. I got that, the West Point minted proof Eagle came out, what was it, January 1st this year. We sold 4,700 of them or whatever it is with this. We will never have 4,700 of these available. The Annex first day of issue sold out. The Bridge Core sold out. And those sold out at $199. Literally each one show. Now this is my only show on the day. We have no primetime airing tonight. So this is your only opportunity and your only chance to get this San Francisco Minted Eagle. And we have our absolutely, look at this deluxe plush display box that we've done with this, that it comes in. One of the #1 questions I get is, what does Ultra Cameo mean?
That was my next question.
You're familiar, of course.
You read my mind.
Yeah, nice. You're familiar with cameo jewelry?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's what this looks like, is a cameo. And what it means by Ultra Cameo is the distinction between the device of the raised part of the coin and this part of the coin is so distinct, it's an Ultra Cameo. So it stands out like a cameo piece of jewelry.
Three-dimensional.
It's three-dimensional. And here's the problem. It's so hard to see this mirror finish because the lights in the studio here are very bright, which is not good for coins. But you can see, I mean, look at that mirror finish. It's absolutely incredible. That's why I always run my finger in front of it. You can really see that, and it really shows off kind of the distinction.
You can really see the detail.
You can really see the detail of Lady Liberty right there, striding brilliantly. The original design on this was done in 1916 for the Walking Liberty half dollar. Adolph A. Weinman designed this coin. It was considered one of the most beautiful coins ever done by the United States government. So beautiful, in fact, that the design was reprised in 1986 by President Ronald Reagan when he signed the Liberty Coin Act into law in late 1986. And the American Silver Eagle has been a stalwart since then. So the United States government has made hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions, perhaps a billion or more, American Silver Eagles since 1986. What my premise is here is that this coin, of all the annual issue coins. So from 1986 to 2005, there was mint state coins and proof coins. Those are the annual issues. Starting in 2006, mint state, proof, and the special uncirculated or burnished coins. Those three. The burnished traditionally are the rarest of each one of those three coins in the year. My premise is that for all of those years from 1986 through 2019 that this coin is going to end up being the rarest of all of those annual issue American Silver Eagles. That is a huge, huge deal, folks, and particularly given the fact that you have now what amounts to that inside information. We have empirical information. We have empirical information that suggests that this is going to be true. We know what first week sales are. This coin could well be in the same thing as, well, let me back this up. There's a special edition American Silver Eagle from 2006, the 20th anniversary American Silver Eagle. They made 250,000 of that coin. 250,000 of that coin. In this condition, it sells for, I think we sell it for $700 to $900. This coin will absolutely, positively, 100% be rarer than that coin. Absolutely guaranteed. You take a look at the last special issues, not the annual issues, made by the United States government all the way back in 2013. How about that particular coin? Those particular coins, the 2013 coins, they made 250,000 of those coins. These coins are cheaper than either one of those coins, and it's going to be substantially rare. If you look at the Pride of Two Nations, the special enhanced reverse proof that they did this year, we sell that coin, our original issue price is $369. I've seen that coin go for $499 or even more. This coin is going to have basically about that same mintage or even less, in my opinion, and this coin at $200 less than that. So you get all of that at the best price that I've done on a 2019 S Eagle with that. And like I said, you get that extra information, you get that extra opportunity, you get all that at no additional cost or charge.
That's what's so valuable about having Mike Mezek here at HSN. I mean, you can go buy coins, but you will maybe buy them online or maybe from someone who doesn't really know the ins and outs of the coin industry. And you may not be able to trust the source of the coins. We want to be your source when it comes to collectible coins. We want to give you an expert that you can trust with this 30 years of experience. This is a perfect place to shop for coins. Every single one of this will come with a certificate of authenticity. You get all the either original government packaging, or you get the special protective boxes or cases or display boxes. So we give you everything you need. So it's really the perfect place to lock in your favorite coin item here today at HSN. We have that solid gold coin coming up. I know you're very excited about. This one's also on FlexPay, so if you want to take advantage of those monthly interest-free payments, jump right in. You can order on the HSN app. We'll tell you how to get that in just a moment. Check it out. We'll be right back.
See it, heart it, save it with the HSN app. Favorites are a fun and easy way to track your must-have products all in one place. Click the heart in the top right corner, then the More icon to access your favorites list. Download the app and start favoriting today.
You can't afford not to be brave. It's not even an option. When life puts a wall in front of you, you break it down. Remove the fear. Remove the uncertainty. Be authentic. They say fortune favors the bold. I've been bold all my life, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon.
Discover a world of beauty like you've never seen before. Beauty Report is the insider's guide to getting gorgeous. Join me every Wednesday night for a beautiful new routine.
It's nice to have connections. Our next item is one that you can only find here at HSN, right, Mike?
Yeah, the United States government just released this coin. This is a very cool coin. This coin is done in solid gold. This is a $100 coin. This is the largest denomination coin ever made by the United States government. It is the brand new design, the new Liberty design, and it's done in this incredible high relief. So it gives you this real look. So you look sideways there and you can see. and it is very reminiscent for those of you that follow along at home. Very reminiscent of the $10 gold Indian coin that was designed by Augustus St. Gaudens with this kind of radiant Liberty headpiece, if you will. You can see Lady Liberty's hair is in essence flowing right like that. It's just this fantastic crown, if you will, done in pure 24 karat gold. It's a high relief gold coin. The new American Liberty is done in enhanced uncirculated EU70, as you can see right here. The United States government only made 50,000 of these coins, and of those 50,000, only 54 of them will be Annex first day of issue, available exclusively from us here at HSN. Now, I told you the back of the coin would blow you away. One of the things I collect are eagles. And if you can see this, that is as bold, as brilliant, as American, an eagle in flight, preparing to strike, if you will. And you can see 1 ounce, 999 fine, 24 karat gold, United States of America, $100. This is one of the boldest, one of the greatest kind of almost old school Art Deco looks that the United States government has ever done. With this. This is going to be a hallmark coin. I think we will see this coin in the future, or a rendition of this coin in the future in other coins, because it is such an outlier, such cutting edge design and technology on this particular coin. It was just released a couple of days ago. Now I understand, look, at $36.99.95, not necessarily for everybody. Obviously a pretty serious collector, a collector that really knows what they're doing, and they understand, okay, first of all, I'm getting this pure ounce of gold. That's an important thing. But understand, when the government sells this coin, they sell it for significantly more than the gold price. Now, we have that, and then the coin is certified and graded EU, or enhanced uncirculated perfect 70. Now, when you have a coin like this ultra high relief that you're going to have in a coin like this, it makes it exceptionally difficult to grade, even more difficult to grade because it is 24 karat gold. The problem with 24 karat gold, and why the United States government has made so few 24 karat gold coins over the course of the years, is because it's so soft. And that's why usually American gold coins are 900 fine. The entire American Eagle series that they've done since 1986 is done in 900 fine gold, is what we're looking at. And so to get this 24 karat gold here is just such a spectacular opportunity for you to be able to do that. You saw that wasn't anything, that was some dust on the coin, but it just reflects so brilliantly. It looked like it was on the coin, and now it's just like this. And you have to look at the thickness of the coin as well, because it's this ultra high relief. So these very high edges, because this is kind of recessed, it's almost concave to show this off, and that's what gives you this brilliance right here, because of the concave finish of this. Now, they have concurrently released with this a silver rendition of this, but it's a metal, okay? And that's different. So a metal is something made by the United States government, released by the United States government, but it is not a coin. You have to understand, it's not a coin. So to get this brand new Liberty design in a coin, the only way to do it is in this coin right here. The only way to do it is in the $100 gold coin. They don't, unlike the American Gold Eagle, they don't do it in any other denominations. There's not like a $10 or $25 or $50. This is it. This is your only opportunity to get this particular design, which, like I said, I think kind of sets the design, the coin design world on its ear. This is, I think, the leading edge of what the United States Mint is starting to do, as, like I said, as they up their game, as they take their designs and their coins and all the things they're doing to the very next level. You know, they've done a lot of things, like in 2025. It's 250th anniversary of the United States. It's our quadricentennial is what they're going to do. So they're going to change all the obverses on all the coins, circulating coins in the United States, which they haven't done since 1932, basically. Well, the $50 since 1964. So, I mean, you know, it's been a half century since that. So they're doing that. They got that in the works. And I know that's a little down the road. I mean, I think, like, for instance, there's a they're looking at everything. I think one of the things that we're looking at seeing, this is the American Silver Eagle, what, their 34th year. I would anticipate at some point they're going to redesign the American Silver Eagle. That will be one of the most significant, that'll be a cataclysmic numismatic event, is what that's going to happen if that ever, if the United States Mint ever decides to do that. This is the leading edge, the wave of that is what this coin is going to be. Now add in the fact that it's an ounce of pure gold. Right. Now add in the fact that there's only 54 of these for worldwide distribution, available exclusively from us here at HSN. This first day of relief in this American Liberty. The only way to get this design is in the gold coin, because the silver coin's a medallion or a medal, so it's not actually a coin. And we will make those available for sale because there's plenty of metal collectors, but this is a substantial, significant American coin. I consider it a prototype American coin when you look at it out there. And when you look at these prototype, when you do something like that, when you have like this leading edge of a wave, which is, I think, what this coin's showing, the United States government is really showing, you know, I think for the future, some of the things that they're going to do, because this is so dynamic. And then add in the rarity of this. So, I mean, you look at prior year American Gold Eagles. You know, I'm talking about back in the 1800s. I mean, 50,000 is such a phenomenally limited edition. If this was, you know, a $20 Gold Liberty with 50,000 as the entire limited edition, I mean, it would be a multiple $1,000 coin. Added in absolutely the top possible condition, tens of thousands or even more. I think this coin is absolutely significant. It is for us 100% exclusive. There's only 54 of these.
Wow.
An Annex first day of issue available exclusively from us right here at HSN.
I mean, that's like one per state. There's only one person in each state that can get home this highly collectible
Assuming
coin.
nobody buys multiples.
That's right. And if you're smart, you might be. But really will be like the crown jewel in your collection for so many of you. And it's just, the image is gorgeous. I was reading that the headdress has 13 different rays, each one to symbolize the 13 colonies.
13 original colonies. There's always, and that's a great point, is that there's lots of symbolism in coins because they're such a permanent part of a country. Is really what it comes down to. So, I mean, you know, this is about America in essence. So, like I said, there's the 13 original colonies. I love the fact that it's dynamic. It's a dynamic design. So you can see, because of this high relief, like I said, Lady Liberty's hair kind of, you know, blowing behind her. Then add in the fact it's 24 karat gold. It's a Liberty coin. This has only been going on. The Liberty series is only 3 years old, and this is the third coin. I think it's the best design of the bunch, no doubt. You look at the eagle on the back, is just substantial, amazing, and it's 100% exclusive. Only 54 of those for worldwide distribution.
Wow. I mean, it is breathtaking here in our studio. I think it's going to sweep you off your feet when you get that home. And it does come with the collector's box, the wooden window box, and the certificate of authenticity. Unlike anything else, I have never seen anything like that before here during a coin show with Mike. So this is not an everyday occurrence. It's a very rare opportunity. Do not miss out. You can call us, or you can place your order over the phone or online. But we're going to give you a sneak peek at something else I know is right around the corner. And give us the heads up on this one.
Well, this was the Great American Coin Hunt, Great American Treasure Hunt. The United States government, like they did, they had never done a West Point minted Lincoln cent before. Well, they'd never done a West Point minted uncirculated Washington quarter before. And so now you have it for the very first time. Not available for sale in any way, shape, or form. They released them into circulation. It is the only possible way to get these coins is out of circulation. So to get these incredibly high grades of Mint State 67, virtually impossible. This is the special War in the Pacific design that we have here at $179.95. With that, you compare that to NGC or PCGS coins in this same grade, and you're looking at coins that are a minimum of $1,000 $1,000 to $1,500. Ours at $179.95. I'll explain the entire situation with that pretty quickly.
And that's getting all 5-star reviews, by the way. Already a big fan favorite. Okay, we'll jump right along. So we've got our next coin coming up. If you're just tuning in, my name's Sarah. This is Mike Mizak, our resident coin expert here at HSN. This is a really affordable way to sort of dive into coin collecting, or if you want to start your collection, or if you want to do some gift giving, if you want to get your children, your grandchildren started. This is the American Innovation Dollar for $59.95. And it's an auto ship program that you will get convenient delivery of the American Innovation coins every 90 days as released by the U.S. Mint. And how many in total are there to collect?
Well, see, that's the thing. We have
that's the ultimate question.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, we have 2,700 in our edition of this, which, when I explain to you, is a substantial quantity of all the coins that exist. The United States government last year released, they're going to start a new coin series this year, and the United States Mint promises us that it's going to be out in the next couple of 3 weeks, the very first coin. And what they're doing is kind of based it on the state quarter program. And they're doing every state in the Union and the American territories the American Innovation Series, so American innovators. So they're innovators, entrepreneurs, and inventions, in essence, from each and every state, and honoring American ingenuity. So that's starting this year. Well, the United States government did something very cool, which they'd never done before. They did what was called an inaugural coin. So they did a coin last year in 2018, released it December 18th, 2018, released a Philadelphia Mint, a Denver Mint, and a San Francisco Mint the last 2 weeks of the year, because you technically have to make and sell 2018 coins in 2018. It was a huge success. We had thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people in the auto ship program. Well, they decided they were going to do also a reverse proof coin for the entire series. This special RP. Reverse proof is a very special design done by the United States government, a very special process done by the United States government. But here's the thing. So this is a 2018 coin. You know when this was released? Last week. So, yeah, right, exactly.
Wait,
so,
okay.
Yes, it was released last week, and it only came by itself. It came in this little package. I want to show it. So this is the American Innovation, okay, reverse proof coin. Right here, this is the package that it comes in. There's the obverse and the reverse. Tells you the entire story of the whole reverse proof coin and the innovation dollars, and that's the George Washington signature on America's first patent. And they made 75,000 of these, and they sold out instantaneously. So they did 75,000 coins. They did 75,000 coins in this reverse proof. It'll be the rarest coin in the series, and it is sold out absolutely immediately. Now, this little set right here, the one coin set put out by the United States government, has in 1 week now increased about 300 to 350% in value. The ungraded, uncertified coin, this little thing right here. We have taken that coin and done first day of issue, RP70, absolutely guaranteed perfect, 2,700 coins. One of the reasons that it's sold out is we bought 10,000. We bought 10,000 of the 75,000 coins. And in essence, this 27 coins represents our first day of issue single coin share of those 10,000 coins. So this represents a significant part of the entire thing. And so here you have, I love the design on this. Like I said, the obverse right here that's George Washington's facsimile signature on the very first patent issued by the United States in 1792 or 1790. I believe is when the very first patent was released, and you're going to see that right here was for potash, as a matter of fact. With that, the reverse of the coin, which will be standard, this changes. So the new coin will be Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Georgia will be the first 4 coins from this year.
If you stay on the auto ship program,
you'll get all of those.
50 states plus the U.S. territories?
Plus the 6 territories. This will be common to all the coins, this Statue of Liberty. It's one of my favorite designs, and this is the first time on the reverse proof that they've proofed the edge of the coin as well. In God we trust, $1, as you can see right there. That is absolutely a stunning representation. This will change with each coin, obviously. So here's the deal. You get this one for $59.95, and you get in on the auto ship. Your price can never go up. Your delivery is guaranteed. Cancel anytime. The obligation is ours. The opportunity is yours. So you get this at $59.95. The government promises they're going to release all 4 of the reverse proofs this year. So you're probably going to start in September, October, November, December, and then 4 times per year after that. With your second auto ship, you get the Red Oak presentation box, which, by the way, I think is $59 or $69
you
just
get the box and the coin?
Sure, of course.
For $59.95?
For $59.95, absolutely. Wow. With your second auto ship. So you have this coin, and then with your second auto ship,
show us the box on the inside.
Yeah,
so
well, the box is a row box, as you can see. So the coins fit in there absolutely perfectly. So you put each coin holds its place in the box that you see right there, and you put the entire collection in there. And actually, this is, I think, 25 coins. So you'll need 2 of these boxes. So what happens is when you get to your 26th coin, we'll send you another box. Hey. No additional cost, no additional charge.
Fantastic.
So stay as long as you like, cancel, return them within the return privilege, cancel anytime that you want, but your price can never go up and your delivery is guaranteed. And that is absolutely crucial, because the United States government is not going to do the reverse proof in the special proof sets. They are going to come, and this is the introductory coin, one of the first times that I'm aware of ever that the United States government has released a prior year coin in the next year and literally sold out in 24 hours.
I love the idea of the whole series too, because every time you get a new coin, it'll be a new experience to see who the innovator is, right?
One last thing. 2,700 seems like a lot. We debuted this last week. We already have over 500 people in the reverse proof program that you see right here. If you bought the P and the D and the proof, the S Mint, there were 1,790 of those that we sold. If you have that, this is the completer to that set. This completes that set. So you need that as well.
So again, you can jump right in, and then you'll automatically be in line for all the other released coins. And you're gonna be so glad that you were watching tonight. Wow, what a great value for you. And we have the Chicago American Innovation Coin, which is if you just wanna buy that one coin on its own, is that how that works?
Yes, it kinda is. What happened was this. Is the United States government released this set, released this little coin at the ANA convention in Chicago. All right, this is a coin that was from the ANA convention in Chicago. You can see it's graded first day of issue, American Innovation 2019 Chicago ANA release. And the reason that it's more money is that the grading company charged more money because they have to grade it at the show. That's normally $100 to grade at the show. Now I showed this, we've aired this for approximately 2 minutes. There are 459 of these. If I can get a final or left quantity, I'm pretty sure how many? 22. Okay, so I have 20.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
there's only 21 left in the entire 459 limited edition. Okay, so we aired this like 2 minutes last week. I had a few coins left, so I literally have less than 2 dozen. So that coin was released at the ANA, and so that's why it's extra, because it was graded there, released there, and it was a floor released coin, so that represents an even tinier quantity of the only 75,000 coins that was done by the United States government.
Well, you can jump online to place your order. You can give us a call. The 800 number's at the bottom of your screen. There's also the HSN app. It's also an easy way to get right to the front of the line, but we'll tell you when that Chicago American Innovation Coin does sell out. Okay, we're ready for the silver Kennedys, and they are on sale. So silver is on sale today. Check this out. This is real silver, by the way, 40% silver, and it's $50 off our regular price, a set of 20 of the JFK $half. And tell us about these, Mike.
Well, what we have right here is the United States government made silver Kennedy half dollar starting in 1964 and stopped in 1970. The last of the silver coins ever released by the United States government. And what we have here is examples of these, like I said, from 65 to 69. And as you can see, they don't have that telltale line. If you get any Kennedy half dollars today, they'll have that little copper band in them. That means it's a clad coin which has no silver in it whatsoever. So what I have here is 20 Kennedy half dollars, silver Kennedy half dollars. If you've been following the price of silver, in the marketplace over the last 8 weeks, you've seen, well, maybe 12 weeks now, you've seen approximately a 20 to 25% increase, okay, over the last 12 weeks. Silver took a huge run. Matter of fact, in one day, I think it went up like 8%. So our response to silver going up, let's call it 20% in the last 12 weeks, is to reduce our price by $50. So to take this silver
I thought you were good at numbers,
and release.
Mike.
Well, what happened is when we decide to do these things, you know, here at HSN, we plan out fairly significantly into the future with that. And as we plan out into the future, we bought this inventory 12 weeks ago, okay, before this kind of increase in the price of silver. As a matter of fact, it had a little dip about 14 weeks ago, which is when we purchased these coins. So what we have here is silver Kennedy half dollars. So you're getting silver Kennedys, literally getting silver, and that's why I always do this. I mean, there's no sound like pure silver that you're going to have right there. And you're going to get those coins from a silver standpoint. So you're buying, in essence, in many ways, just the silver in this coin. I mean, when silver was $50 an ounce, I think it was like $399 on this particular thing. Now, here's the cool part when I got these coins. When I got these coins, they were, and you can kind of see right there, I can get a better look if I grab some of these right here. They happened to be, the batch that we got were brilliant uncirculated. So every single one of these coins is not only silver, look at that coin right there, but brilliant uncirculated as well, and there's the reverse of the coins. So now you're talking about substantial numismatic value. So much so that if you look at this, so we're giving you 20 coins, so you're less than $6 a coin. Less than $6 a coin. If you go to the nationally advertised catalog that I always use here, kind of the national retail, on a coin-by-coin basis, the lowest price they have for any of these coins in brilliant uncirculated condition is $19.50. Is $19.50. That's basically
like a third
$380 in terms of a numismatic value, a collectible value. We're charging, in essence, $119.95. I'm charging, in essence, the silver value. So all that incredible numismatic value is just kind of an add-on, if you will. And given the fact that these are 1965 through 1969, every one of these is guaranteed 50 years old. And so what we do is we're going to give you 20 of these brilliant uncirculated coins. And so what they do is they're going to come to you just like this, and they won't be, this is our sample set right here, and they're going to come to you just like that. And so that's the way they're going to come to you. And like I said, our feature pricing at $119.95, guaranteed, brilliant uncirculated, silver pricing, like I said, numismatic price, $19.50 a coin at a minimum. Like the 1965s, and they're in there like $25.50, you know, but $19.50 is the numismatic value, that collector coin value. But basically, we bought them as silver, so we sell them as silver because we don't anticipate when we get these coins that they're going to be brilliant uncirculated coins. If you were just got a little bit lucky, in essence, this time, that we got these brilliant uncirculated Kennedy half dollars from 50 years ago, and to be able to give you that. So we give you that numismatic opportunity at no additional cost or charge. It was kind of like that in 2019S. I'm charging you my regular price. I'm charging you the silver price on the 2019S early release, but I'm giving you the information, the numismatic value of that coin, which could be substantially higher down the road. No guarantees on that, but like I said, I'm not charging for that. Same here. I'm pointing out, in essence, the numismatic value here in a big nationally advertised catalog at $19.50 a piece across the board, $380 if purchased separately right here. But we're doing basically, and look, when I was $169.95, it was a great opportunity. Silver has gone up. The numismatic value has basically, in essence, stayed the same. My price has gone down, and it's not gone down a little bit. It has gone down substantially. At this point, we're looking at almost a 30% decrease in the price from $169 to $119. Now, here's the interesting thing. Last time silver went crazy, okay, last time silver kind of, lost its mind, which was about 7 years ago, I was selling this same thing as fast as I could buy them, $299, $349, just because the value of the silver in each and every one of these kind of so substantially increased. So I've been doing some of the half rolls and all. I saved these full rolls as we're coming into kind of the, the end of summer, if you will.
Sure.
We've only been able to do the 10 count rolls. So I'm able to do, as you can see right here, the 20 count rolls at $6, less than $6 a coin for 50-year-old silver Kennedy half dollars in brilliant uncirculated condition. Look, if you go in and let's say you were at a garage sale and you went in there and they have that pile of coins or whatever and you saw one of these things right here and you picked that up and they said, how much? They go, $6. And you go, okay, I know it's silver. Yeah, okay, I'm good. And so, you know that's the case, and that's what we're doing. So once again, you're buying it at silver pricing, at the silver, based on the silver value in it. You get all that numismatic value, which is up to another $270 out there, and basically, in essence, at no additional cost or charge.
I'm glad we can give you that big savings, too. $50 off a regular price, as Mike mentioned, nearly 30% off. That's only for the quantities that we have remaining, so make sure that you lock that in. That's on 3 flexible payments, too. You make your first flex pay, we ship it to you right away, and you can enjoy getting that home and see for yourself. It's never a final sale. There's never any risk to you. Take them out and see if there isn't as beautiful and shiny and gorgeous and exactly as we offered them here at HSN. Okay, we also got this little guy here. Tell us about that one.
Well, the United States government does these special what are called coin and currency sets. So they put a coin in there. It's been a Native American dollar for a while, and then put a piece of United States currency that has some significance for that year. And they've done these, for the enhanced uncirculated, they have done 4 of these sets, 1 from each of the mints. These enhanced uncirculated coins are only available in these special sets that you see here. They made them in 2014, 2015, 2016, and they finished off the set this year in 2019. So I've never been able to do the 4-coin set before with all of the mint marks, Philadelphia, San Francisco, Denver, and West Point. They are all in original government packaging. Obviously, the 2014, 15, and 16 are completely and totally sold out. Good luck finding those in the marketplace. I'm doing the entire collection at basically $49.99 per set for these incredible, and the coins in there, the Native American dollars, of course, with different motifs every single solitary year, are only available in those sets. Limited edition on those sets are like $50,000 for the 2014, $50,000 for the 2019. The other two are $75,000, $100,000, making them spectacularly rare coins together as an entire set. I don't know anybody else that is doing the 4-coin set out there, and particularly at $49.99 a set.
That's right. In fact, that's the only place you can get that is right here at HSN. Remember, this is our only show of the day, which means you've got to jump in early. Place your order online at hsn.com or give us a call. And this is from the America the Beautiful National Park series. And this is featuring the War in the Pacific National Park, and it's a 2019 edition. It's getting all 5 stars online at hsn.com. So already a big fan favorite, a huge customer pick.
Yeah, I want to discuss this just for a second. So the United States government decides to do something really cool. Okay, I mean really cool. So they want to increase interest They want to increase interest in the in coin collecting. And the way they want to do it, look, when I was growing up, and a lot of coin collectors that are, you know, kind of my age or right around my age, we grew up picking stuff out of change. That's how we became collectors. Because there was, you know, still Indian head cents out there, and you could still get silver coins and all those kinds of things. Well, that doesn't come by. So there's not a lot of cool stuff in the in change. So the United States government decides to change that. So they took all the quarters from this year, and it's only for 2019. And what they did is they put a West Point mint mark on them, a W or West Point mint mark. They've never done an uncirculated West Point minted Washington quarter before. And then made them not available for sale in any way, shape, or form, just released them into circulation. They just released them into circulation. And that is the only way to get them. That's why we call it the Great American Coin Hunt, because you're literally now people are starting to go through their change again.
Wow.
Now, while it's a great idea, and like I said, you know, we were last year, the year before, I guess, we're you know, my associates were on the Coin Advisory Board with the United States Mint. We said, look, let's make coin collecting fun. Let's try to get something. Our representatives were like, you know, let's get some stuff in circulation. And so the Mint, you know, started doing this. I hope we had a hand in that. I don't know directly that we did, but that's simply the case. So people are looking for these West Point minted quarters. If you find one, by the way, go through your change. Suzanne Runyon's found two so far. It's like finding a $20 bill. These coins are basically 20 bucks, so it's like finding a $20 bill in your change.
Really? I need to go home and dig through my...
You need to start looking at all your 2019 quarters and look right behind Washington's head and look for that W. But here's the problem since they released them into circulation. The condition on the coins, because they're still brilliant uncirculated, but you're not going to get... So people say, well, you always sell the Mint State 70s. There are no Mint State 70s. There's no Mint State 69s. There's no Mint State 68s. This is the highest graded example of one of these West Point minted quarters done by Annex, and I believe any of the grading services.
They're already in circulation.
They're already in circulation. And so this is a phenomenally high grade. Now, of the three major grading companies, you've got Annex, NGC, and PCGS. The Annex coin I have here is $179.95. I probably should be charging double or triple that price for this particular coin, because the NGCs and PCGSs are literally thousands of dollars in Mint State 67, because there's so few examples of the Mint State 67 coins. They represent probably 0.1% of the special issue W minted quarters. So they're extraordinarily, inordinately difficult to find. So it's critically important. Now add in the fact that this is one of the most popular coins. So when you see the war in the Pacific there, you have to understand that this is the this particular quarter. So when you look at that right there, this is all the quarters that are released in this year. We have Guam and the Mariana Islands, Northern Mariana Islands, the American territories that are being released in this year. And so when you have that, with that, you have the war in the Pacific, you have the American Memorial, and I have those, I believe, on HSN.com. The first one of the year was actually Massachusetts, Lowell, Massachusetts, was a testament to the American textile industry. So those are the first three coins. This one is extraordinarily difficult to get with that, and like I said, it's called the War in the Pacific. That is just spectacular. This is on Guam. So obviously, as everybody remembers who knows their World War II history, the battle on Guam was intense, and so there's an incredible American memorial on Guam, as you can see, for the war in the Pacific, and that's what this coin embodies. And so now it's an incredibly rare coin because it's one of these West Point minted coins that was only out in circulation, and in its highest known grade of Mint State 67 at its lowest known price. Okay, put all that in. Now, as a last extra little bonus, you'll notice it's certified early discovery. And what that means is this coin was found within 30 days of the release of this coin. Okay, so there was early discovery. So all of these coins were the coins that were found within the first 30 days when this quarter was released. So there's no more early discovery coins, obviously, for the Guam coin. So this is the highest grade and one of the rarest quarters ever put out by the United States government, certainly in the modern era. And then this great American treasure hunt. Of course, we're going to give you the Red Oak presentation presentation box as well. All of that is truly spectacular. We have the other 2 coins on hsn.com, okay? I've got the Massachusetts coin out there, also $179, and I've got the Northern Mariana Island coin, which is the American Memorial, which is a really, really cool coin, extraordinarily difficult to get, far rarer than the other 2. So now, for those of you that just want the Great American Treasure Hunt coin, and just don't want, you don't have to have the highest grade in existence. I have some Mint State 66s. At only $99, so almost half the price. So, okay, I just want a very high grade. I want an exceptionally high grade. I want the West Point minted coin that you see right here, this special quarter, not available for sale from the United States Mint. You can only find it literally in your change. And once you really find it in your change, and now it's Mint State 63, Mint State 64, so literally they kind of have to be early release to be this incredible high grade. Also, early discovery on this.
So it's just 1 grade lower.
1 grade lower,
than the previous
almost
coin.
half the price. Well, that's why grade's important.
Yeah, right. Because it's exponentially going to be more expensive based on the grade. So you've got a wonderful opportunity. Also get the box with this one. We have 3 flexible payments, $33 and change. And you said it's the only show of the day, right?
Only show of the day. No more coins today.
Okay. Do you know your next appearance?
Friday night.
Okay.
Friday night, 6 to 8 p.m.
Okay, good. We'll see you on Friday night. You can check out all of our great coin collections online at hsn.com. Enjoy flexible payment plans. We have those available for you. Those are interest-free monthly payments on your major credit card. It's been a pleasure, Mike. Always learn something new. Thanks so much. In the meantime, my name is Sarah. We're going to give you another look at our today's special. It's one of our biggest sets. It's one of our best values, and it's guaranteed to give you a great night's sleep. Check it out on hsn.com. We'll be right back with more and a look at our today's special.